Well, for us here, we'll cross over quickly now back to Kantamanto, where Michael Papani Ashale is standing by for us. There's been a lot of damage caused to goods there. As you may be aware, Kantamanto houses the largest second-hand clothing market in the country. And as you can see there in your shot, some clothes already damaged. Hello, Michael. What has transpired between the time we came to you and now?
Yes, so since the time I got here, I can say that the fumes of smoke has rather gotten bigger. The explanation, I'm told, is because the National Fire Service is making some efforts to bring the fire under control. Also, just in case, so that they can work through the thick fumes of smoke, personnel of the Ghana National Fire Service have been equipped with breathing apparatus, including a gas mask. They have this shield that they wear on their head, and then they have their protective attire that they wear as well. So all of this have been given to them so that they can forge into the fire and then make some progress with making sure that the fire is brought under control. What we are currently understand is ground zero, where the fire started. The ground is still very warm, and you can see a mountain, a heap of clothing that has all been burnt down. Now what we are seeing as well are some individuals who are sifting through the debris, trying to salvage the little that they can here. It's a lot. Not far from here, there's a fire here. It continues to burn, but we are told that the Ghana National Fire Service is also trying its possible best to bring this fire under control here. Where we are ground zero, there are quite a lot of things that you can see. There are tubers of yam. I want to believe that was sold not far from here. So tubers of yam, all charred, cannot be eaten anymore nor sold, used in any form whatsoever. Not far from here, there's ginger as well, all over the floor. I want to believe that was a ginger shop as well here. And then we'll bring you to Sandra and her mother's shop. They used to sell beans. She tells me they had about 55 bags of beans that they were selling. But since the incident happened, they have lost more than 40 of those. She tells me they've been able to salvage just about 10 bags of it, and these beans cannot be sold on the market anymore. At best, they'll have to sell it to a farmer who will be willing to use it to feed animals, or use it as feed on their farm. So it's a difficult situation for those who are affected by the fire here, with a lot of individuals trying to help them as well with salvaging efforts here. It's a tough situation for many of those who have lost a lot here. In terms of update for the fire, the Ghana National Fire Service earlier told me they deployed 7 tendon machines that will help them to fight the fire, with an additional 2 on its way to join them. They've been working side by side by each other, trying to bring this fire under control. So these are the wreckage. These are all that's left of the fire at Kantamanto. Tough situation and a difficult situation for many of the residents here. If you know, Kantamanto is one of Ghana's biggest thrift markets. You can literally buy anything at all at any time. It's one of the few markets that barely goes to sleep. How this happened, eyewitnesses have not been able to point me to where this started from and how it started. No one seems to know the genesis of the fire. The letter I managed to get from them is that it started around 4:30 a.m. In the morning, and then just a few minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, the National Fire Service arrived. That's what they tell me, although it's been conflicting. They tell me it took more than an hour for them to get there. The fire service has already disagreed with that assertion, says it took them 15 minutes to actually get their first fire tender on site. For nearly 4 hours, the battle has been continuing to try and end this fire from further spread. But it appears the wind is not helping much with what exactly is happening here. I'll try and find some of the shop owners and speak to them. It's a tough moment for many of them here. Bossman, who in shop this?
Me, I don't know. Me must be stranger here, so I don't know.
You be stranger. So what are you doing?
Me, I'm just roaming. We are roaming to family. We also get the owner of the things now. If you can also help me.
Okay, so you're trying to help the owner of the things try to get the little that he can get. But all of them seems to be bent. What are you going to get from it?
Unless we take the iron side. It'll be only the iron side we go take then. Try maybe we also get something then chop.
Sure. Thank you very much. Yeah. So it's a tough moment for many individuals here. Let's try and get back to the National Fire Service here and see how far they have gotten with efforts to bring the fire under control. So this is the ginger that we spoke about all over the floor, all of them bent, with the owner losing nearly all their investment here. So let's get back to the action. And you can see the thick smoke continues, making it practically impossible for the Ghana National Fire Service to bring this fire under control. As it stands now, more than 7 fire tenders are around, dispensing water one after the other. Many more people, for fear of the fire spreading and getting to their shops, have decided to cut their goods out of the market here. So, it's a tough situation for many individuals here at the Kantamanto business area.
Oh, I blow.
These are efforts by some residents to help some of the shop owners to salvage their items here in Kantamanto. And this shop that is affected is one of the newer ones, the new areas that the fire is spreading to. For fear that it will get to her shop, she had to do some of the things. So, these are some of the few chaotic scenes that happens here in Kantamanto. Some other individuals, for their own parochial interest, have decided to infiltrate the rescue efforts here. Some of them have been tagged as thieves who are trying to steal from the already suffering owners of the shops, who have already lost thousands of Ghana cedis within this particular incident here. So it's a tough situation for many of the people here. Rescue efforts continue, but it appears that some of them would actually lose their stuff eventually.
Oh,
man go school now. Abay. The blood for 2 o'clock. The blood for 2 o'clock. Like no. Oh. Oh, as I say, mama, as I
say. So, new hoses are being sent into the heart of the fire by the Ghana National Fire Service, who are still working around the clock with no space in between, trying to find a solution to this raging fire. It's a very chaotic process, very chaotic scene for those personnel of the Ghana National Fire Service who have to navigate themselves through individuals who are traumatized, who want to salvage their items from the flames. It's a tough situation for many of them. But these are new areas again where the fire is now spreading to, thanks to the wind that is blowing without stop here. Yes, another chaotic scene here at the Kantamanto market. It's a difficult process, even for a shop owner, to tell the difference between people who are helping you to salvage your items and those who are trying to steal from you whilst you are trying to salvage your items from your shop. A tough situation, a difficult situation for many of them. What you see in your pictures, what you see on your screens, I beg your pardon, are fresh efforts from the Ghana National Fire Service to douse the fire. Connecting new pipelines and again bringing in new fire tenders to help with frantic efforts to douse the fire. It's been more than 4 hours since the first fire tender arrived, and the fire continues to spread beyond its reach. Oh, Chairman, sorry, right? What's your name?
Eric.
Okay, Eric. Eric here is the shop owner of this new shop that has been affected. This shop was not part of the first shop that were affected when the fire started, right?
I was not here. I was not here where the thing started.
But it wasn't part of the stores that were affected earlier?
It's not part of... This is a warehouse. It's not store, it's a warehouse where I'm packing everything here.
Okay. Eric, so... Now when come home, I shall say, Johnny Drew. I shall say,
my boss and Cassan will fee. And he started here, not key near, and they force to boo any. If you tell me, your beer, no, not it's a smoking, it's not a fire. And I'm here saying, smoking.
Eric, let's step outside a bit because of the heat alone could definitely cook some food, but that's what it's cooking It is burning to the ground the items of individuals that didn't exceed coming. Eric was earlier telling us that when the fire started, he hadn't got into his particular shop. But now his shop is one of the newest ones that have been engulfed in the flame. Fire service is having a very difficult time trying to bring this fire under control. So Eric, what exactly do you have in your shop?
We sell non-stick, blender, rice cooker, everything.
So you had a lot of electrical appliances in there.
Electrical appliances, more.
Can you quantify how much that was to you?
I'm not a leader. I'm not a boss. We have the boss who's over there, so you can talk to my boss.
I'm not sure I know your boss, but if you put it into money, how much was one blender?
One blender, we have 600, we have 450, we have 300. It's different items.